excuse me, call this meeting to order. It's December 30th. This is kind of just a makeup meeting from earlier this week. And what we have is just a very small tad bit of business that has been in the commission mailbox all week and is actually something we've been working on for a couple of years, and this is the VOR land acquisition. We have a support letter for the National Park Service, the U.S. Department of the Interior, stating that we are interested. And then what we have is an agreement that we will take care of the property, run it as agricultural property. There was at one time a suggestion from the trust board that we think about buying the property, but since we'd probably be using it for what it's used for right now, that doesn't make a lot of sense, since we can get it for free. I did invite Mia to have the trust board come forward. They haven't, so I don't think that they're serious about it.
Sure.
National Park Service, we've been kind of on a holding pattern for about 3 months. And Jessica, I'll get you copies of all this for the newspaper. But now that they're ready to go, Mia wants us to jump on board and not be the piece that slows anything down.
Now, this is the property adjacent to the softball fields, right?
This is the softball fields property, the golf course, the Rod and Gun Club property, and the property across, the
Okay.
Old Poor Farm, which is 10 acres. The Old Poor Farm, the only requirement for them to give us the property is that we keep it in recreation. And if you look up recreation in the dictionary, it's any activity you do outside of work.
Okay.
So it could be a community center, could be pickleball, could be more softball, basketball, chess.
So we can develop it,
Mhm.
okay,
Yep, we just can't sell it, we can't use it for commercial, that kind of thing.
okay.
Yep, and if we want to change that in the future for some reason, we can always purchase it at that time from the National Park Service. But without a plan now, it seems kind of silly
Right.
to slow the process for that.
Is it on the west side of Canton?
Yes, yeah.
It's where the ball field is right now. It's all that property right there.
Ball field.
Here's a map, Lynn, if you want to see it.
I just actually don't understand that is.
Golf course.
Eric, Linda, I think you're the last two stragglers. If you guys want a piece of cake, we're celebrating Nick's 8 months of dedicating his heart and soul to the county. And please join us for the cake if you want.
Yeah, so.
That's really good.
Missy made it at Highway
This is
12.
this into it?
Yes.
This is a softball field?
Yeah.
And then this is the National Park Library. So this should be Delta. What is Delta?
Right?
So this is all stuff.
He's always got room for cake.
No, it's right.
In front. So the mill. is on this side.
Yes, you may. Thank you. You're welcome.
So where the baseball field is right now, and then Canton Lane, this is that property where the Rod and Gun Club is, and then the golf course. So it's on the corner of Bellinger and Canton Lane.
And we have an agreement with the city who leases the property from VOR right now. And what we've agreed to do, because we have more money than the city, the county is going to be the lead owner. We have a board that's going to oversee an entire plan, recreation plan. 2 members from the county, 2 members from the city, and 1 at large that both entities agree on. And they'll work with the county and the city parks and rec, trust board, that kind of stuff.
Hey.
We left that piece of cake right on the end there for you.
Oh, I had a pretty good
This
life.
whole end.
The whole end, yeah.
discussing the property, from BOR.
Doing this now?
Yeah.
I thought we was having Harold isn't here yet.
No, not
He's
yet.
on his way.
And the agenda, I should read this out loud, BOR land acquisition contract decision.
No agenda.
Yeah, and that was emailed out. And this was shared earlier, this has been in the commission mailbox all week, and it's also something we've been working on now for about 2 years. So it's not new to any of us. This is just putting the contract together so that we can move forward with National Park Service. And Mia sent a series of emails too to kind of prep us for this, reminders and. This is the terms and conditions she put together for us. And then this is just the instructions.
He's running 10 minutes late.
Perfect.
You better not speed Jimmy's out there.
Maybe you should give it that.
I know, I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's funny.
I had to do that last time.
How would you say that? James excited for the sheriff's.
No warnings, huh?
No. Well, they're really good about it, they'll say who
You
they are.
wait till you go through your county.
Oh, yeah, I'm usually good.
When Missy asked me what kind of cake, I said devil's food.
Yes.
Anybody else care to see the map?
So we'll get the deed within 6 months?
So it's, the golf course is included, or that's a separate track?
Nope, it is a separate track, but it's included.
And it says.
Rod and Gun Club, softball fields, and Old Fort Farm.
Meet, it
Just
has
in
to,
acres.
the numbers have to meet
And the golf course.
exactly the amount of the Fed grant money. Okay.
So which one's the 10
And,
acres?
and the thing is, it's on the state of to, maybe they.
Here's the golf course, this is
Yeah.
83.
One thing too for you guys to know about this is the National Park Service sent out 2 people from Washington DC to check out the property. They did a complete environmental assessment. Earl Griffith was hired by them to do it. And he looked into past uses of the property, if there were any contaminants. And the Park Service, by law, has to clean up anything that they find that is an issue under phase 1.
So which track are we gonna start from?
All of them, actually. I believe this is the pork farm
Okay.
here.
That makes sense.
And then I think this is the golf course.
So where is that exactly? Because that's on Centerville Lane, is it not?
Yes, it is. Right off the road. It's connected to the, you know where the barn is? Charlie's barn out here, Charlie Reagan's property and her big old beautiful
Oh,
barn.
okay.
This is
Okay.
right next to it.
Oh, okay.
That barn is like right here.
So it's not adjacent to the?
No,
Oh,
no. And there's nothing that says it has to be contiguous.
Right.
It's just this used to be Broadwater County property. Years ago, for some reason, Broadwater County gave it to BOR, and now they've offered to give it back.
So all these parcels,
Yeah,
except the Starway timber?
exactly. We're not taking our way timber.
Wow. Because I knew this was BOR, just when they
What's that?
I just heard the bark.
The what?
The bark plant?
At the end of next year or sooner maybe?
6 months.
I'm sorry, Julie.
Oh, that's just like, this is.
Just heard that this
No, I
morning.
just wondered where I was at.
Yeah, it's, if you go out,
I thought they were doing
Harrison,
good.
keep going.
There's a lot of product out there.
Yeah,
Expenses.
All the records. Since they changed ownership,
Yeah, yeah.
gone bad. You know, it's so weird when you look at it our way out here and then you go down Livingston and see our
Totally
way down
different.
there, it's completely different.
It pretty much is.
You know, there's kiln drive down
There's
there,
not a
but
form, it just
Yeah.
says
it's
salary,
just, there's a lot of wood stacked up in that yard.
whatever stuff I sent you.
Well, there's a lot of our loggers that are down there logging down in that area instead of up here.
We have plenty of wood we can cut down.
so I would entertain a motion whenever you guys are ready.
Sure.
Well, so you had before, huh?
Utilities, I'm sure.
How long do you have for Harold today?
As long as he needs, but I'm guessing maybe an hour.
Okay. Have to go to Bozeman.
Yeah,
Oh,
it doesn't matter, because you don't have to.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and follow the procedures to acquire the property. I don't know how to define it.
How about sign the contract and support letter?
Yeah, sign the contract and the support letter for the property outside on Canton Lane, between Broadway and Delger. I'll show you.
It's been moved and seconded to sign the support letter and contract with the National Park Service Department of the Interior for the BOR property, as described on the map attached. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Oh, any discussion? Sorry? I would back up if there were. All right. Thanks, guys. So now we're just in a holding pattern until Harold gets here, unless there's any public comment from anybody. Or again, anybody wants to roast, this is your chance.
you don't want to kick a man when he's down. Not today.
Yeah, let's shut it off until Harold gets here.
And we had I saw a thing, on the mussels, they said they had 75 tests, and they didn't find any more larvae